Hello and welcome to the Health and Wellness Insight Show. I'm Shane Schultz and I'll be your host for today's program, which is brought to you by the ZubiaLive channel. ZubiaLive is your interactive live streaming video community specializing in health and wellness topics that affect you. This interview is sponsored by Saluma. Saluma is a light therapy device that treats a variety of skin and pain conditions utilizing proven technology to relieve everything from muscle and joint issues, including arthritic pain, facial wrinkles, and even acne. Visit saluma.com for more info. So without further ado, please welcome my good friend, Dr. Felice Gersh. Dr. Felice, it's great to have you here today.
Oh, Shane, it is fabulous for me. This is such a great experience. I'm so thrilled to join you here today.
It is really wonderful. Now, you're a board-certified OBGYN physician, but some may not know that you also have a fellowship in integrative medicine, which seems to be growing more popular these days. So could you tell us why it is that you chose both the conventional medical model as well as the integrative model?
Oh, absolutely. I've been in practice for several decades now, and over the years, I found people actually coming in with more complex and more difficult to solve issues. And my toolbox with conventional medicine was so limited. All I had was surgery, which was very important, but that applied to more end-stage disease, and pharmaceuticals, which really, the more I learned about them, the more I had grave concerns because of all the side effects. And once again, they never get to the root cause. So I really wanted to have an impact on the health of my patients and to be more proactive. So I needed to expand my toolbox, and so I really went on a journey. And in the course of my journey, I discovered the fellowship at the University of Arizona School of Medicine, and I did the 2-year fellowship, and it just greatly expanded all of the therapeutic tools that I now have to work with. I can use not just pharmaceuticals and surgery, but I can use supplements, including vitamins and herbals. And I've really expanded my knowledge about lifestyle and diet and how to deal with stress and sleep and all the things that have such a huge impact on the health of people, and especially women, especially reproductive age women, when you think about how critical it is for them to be healthy when they're going to support a new life.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Being a health advocate, both for medical conditions as well as mental health conditions, you know, everything that you just said, I can certainly echo, and I'm really looking forward to working with you here on the ZubiaLive channel. Now, have you always been concentrated on women's health?
Yes, from the very beginning. I think it really stemmed from something that was personal. And I know you know this, that many doctors specialize in areas that have some very personal meaning, whether it involves their own health or the health of a family member or a friend or some other loved one. Yeah. And for me, it was a little bit about me because I am a female, and I haven't really disclosed this, but I'm going to tell you. Okay. And anyone who happens to be listening, that I suffered, and of course it's never cured. So basically, I'm a PCOS patient myself. And you know, I went on a journey to learn a little bit about myself and the other women that I, of course, got to know through the course of my life. So yes, I did from the very beginning focus on women's health.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's no surprise because we have an announcement to make here on the Health and Wellness Insight Show, and that is that Dr. Felice has decided to have her own women's health show here on the ZubiaLive channel, appropriately titled The Women's Health Beat. I'm really excited to work with you. So you had a lot of options to be able to broadcast your show in a lot of different areas. You chose to have it here on the ZubiaLive channel. Can you tell us a couple reasons why that is?
For me, it was absolutely clear that this was the right platform for me. You know, how I happen to believe in destiny, Shane. I don't know if you do, but
I do.
It was one of those amazing kind of situations where I was contacted by someone who I really didn't have any affiliation with at this time, but I had worked with her in the past, and she connected me with Zubia. And then by just an amazing coincidence, I was in New York speaking at a conference, and one of the founders of ZubiaLive is Brian, and Brian and I got to meet, and we went out to dinner in Manhattan. And there was such an amazing connection. And then I got to meet the other founder, Michael. And I happened to be speaking shortly thereafter at another conference down in Florida where he's located.
Oh, okay.
And we got to go for dinner. So it's like, how could this possibly happen that I'm speaking at conferences, one right after the other, in the locations where the founders are located? And getting to meet them personally, I understood that Zubia was not just about giving out information. It was a mission. This was a heartfelt, deeply felt mission to help dispense wonderful health information, to help people everywhere to have optimized health, to really help people. And this was just clear to me that this was meant to be, that Zubia and I were to be together.
Well, it's current information about current conditions, right? And you also have the opportunity to have live interaction with your audience, of which is going to be following you. You've already done some live streams already at different conferences. In fact, you were at the PCOS challenge not that long ago. So you were able to give us some insight what it's like to be at that conference. And that way your audience can now interact with you through live stream to be able to get some questions that they might have answered from your expertise.
Absolutely, Shane. You know, as a woman, my first feelings were emotional, but then as I learned the details of Zubia, it became clear that from a functional point of view, this was a fabulous platform. I love the possibility of interacting with the audience and having them be able to ask me questions, and I can respond in real time. So, I mean, this is such a professional organization, and the way that they've organized it so that you can have the potential, and we will have live interaction, is really a phenomenal event, because most platforms do not have that as an option.
Sure, sure. You know, before I let you go, Dr. Felice, we're really excited to announce that Saluma will be a sponsor for your show. But I understand that you've actually used Saluma and have recommended it for your patients. What are some types of conditions that you've recommended for so far?
Well, I really just heartily endorse Saluma personally, because I have used it in my practice now for about 1 year. And I have been very impressed with the effects that it has on my patients. I've used it for people with injuries to their shoulders, knee osteoarthritis, acne, which has been often very stubborn and resistant to other treatments, and even for wrinkling.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to learning about Saluma and more on your show. So there you have it, folks. The Women's Health Beat Show, Tuesday afternoons at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, hosted by Dr. Felice Gersh right here on the ZubiaLive channel. Dr. Felice, it's been great to have you here today.
Thank you so much, Shane.
What an exciting time it is for the ZubiaLive channel with such great hosts such as Dr. Felice Gersh, Dr. Jeff Gardere, Susan Ron, and many more to come. In fact, if you have a health and wellness story or topic that you'd like to share with the ZubiaLive community, you can get started by downloading our app or email us at contact@ZubiaLive.com. Our next show will include one of the founders of ZubiaLive, Brian Budvik. I'm sure he has a lot to tell us for what is to come for finishing up 2017 and what is going to be happening to start strong for the new year to come. But for now, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
So Saluma is probably the most innovative light therapy device on the market. It's FDA cleared for 9 indications for use, 3 of those on the aesthetic side and 6 of those on the pain management side. So it's really a whole body, whole family device. Anybody can use it, and it's great for upregulating cellular activity that's been compromised either due to illness, disease, trauma, bad behavioral habits, or just the normal aging process.